Hello and welcome to the second season of Brand News, the podcast. I'm Charlotte Emily, your host, and I'm thrilled to partner with Winkelstraat.nl, your go-to spot for all things luxury fashion, connecting international retailers and emerging luxury brands with the trend-setting youth of today. This season, we're delving even deeper into the world of brands and style. Every episode, we'll uncover the latest news, trends, and expert insights with the help of industry insiders. From exclusive interviews to behind-the-scenes moments, gear up to expand your fashion horizons with Brand News brought to you by Winkelstraat.nl. Enjoy the show. Okay, I'm your host Charlotte Emily, and today I'm speaking to Bram. Hello, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice
Thank
to
you.
meet you.
I'm doing well.
Yeah. I'm really excited to have you here today. I'm really excited to hear about your story because you are Bram from Bram's Fruit, which sounds very Dutch.
Yeah.
Bram's Fruit.
Yeah, true.
And my first question is going to be, how did you come up with this name?
I get asked quite a lot about the name. Well, my first name is Bram, obviously. And when I created the brand, I wanted to give a lesson with my brand as well. So I always liked product very much. When I was a young kid, I really liked product, and I always had the newest. I wanted the newest Nikes and the newest soccer shoes, etc. And I put the soccer shoes on my bed table, I think it's called.
Bed table, yeah.
And then the next morning I was checking if they are still okay. And I had the Nike Air Max where you should check the air
bubble,
inside the bubble.
Yeah.
So
Sweet.
Yeah, so my parents really liked that I liked products, but they were always telling me some things are free in life and are way more important than cherishing products. So please look around you and focus on personal relationships you can have with human beings and a relationship you have with the nature as well. And that's something really stood by me for a long time. And when I created the brand, I really wanted to have that inside of the brand and to show other people that you can really value product, but also can have a value nature as well in the best way possible.
Yeah, that's a beautiful answer.
Thanks. Yeah. Great way to start.
Yeah, I agree. You've not been running the company for that long. Is it 2?
Yeah, 3 years, I think, now.
Yeah.
So I should celebrate the 3 years, I think, very soon.
Yeah, definitely. Just host a party.
That's good. Yeah, I will. 3 years for now.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, so 3 years. So how did you decide to, besides the name, obviously, but to start your own fashion brand?
Well, I had a brand before. I ran it with my brother together, and I started it with my brother. We learned a lot. We had great fun. We made a lot of mistakes, I think. We were able to have fun and do everything with zero experience back in the days. And that was super good for us. So we could learn everything and how do you produce stuff, how do you design stuff, how do you earn money and
how do you be an entrepreneur?
Exactly. So that was a great experience for me, and we did that for I think 4 or 5 years together. And we had a great time, but the point was that the previous brand I had was more the fashion style of my brother, so it was way more like streetwear based. And I always wanted to have my own voice in the fashion, so we were both feeling that it was time to move along part ways. So that was a good choice for the both of us, and we also valued our brothership and friendship way more than having the brand. Of course, the brand was super nice and we were giving everything together, but we went along separate as the best friend still. So
was it difficult to run a business with your brother?
Sometimes yes, because you know him so well, and he knows me so well. So you know everything about him, and you know some choices, where they come from, etc. So also because we are really like family guys. So yeah, it's hard to make, like, for example, have big arguments together. And we could have some arguments and then call each other in the evening so that we love each other. And so it was quite. We learned a lot. So is it hard? I don't know. It was
different.
It was different, I think. Yeah.
And now you run this business by yourself. How big is your team?
My team is quite rapidly growing, I think. I think there are like, on average, like 8 people at the office and in the atelier. So that's quite interesting. And I'm learning a lot about hiring people and like scouting talent in the right way. So that's really interesting. So I think we are with 5 permanent people and like some interns around us. And
Nice.
basically.
I noticed that on your Instagram, when you launched the brand, you launched it with a contest saying a lifetime supply of free clothes.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, how did you think of this?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Contest.
Yeah, and thanks for that. But I'm not sure how I came up with that, because I think I really made it up myself. And I was thinking, okay, I really want to create something for the longevity. So I'm going to run this brand until I don't know what age or something, but I want to pass it forward to my children or something. It would be amazing. So I was just thinking, okay, how can I show the world that I'm in for it for the long run? So and it would be amazing if you have like, sometimes you see like you can have a lifetime membership or something, and it feels kind of luxurious when you have something for a lifetime. So I think I made that contest because of that. Yeah.
And this person,
that's quite a funny story, because the person who won this, his name is Joel. He's from Sliedrecht.
Okay.
And he was emailing me, hi, thanks so much, and he was very grateful. But he was searching for an internship as well. So later on, he started interning for Bram's Fruit as well. So
and now he works.
No, he doesn't work for me. But I still speak to him, and he gets, when every collection launch, he gets a free product from us.
That's so amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
A lifetime fan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah, thank you.
You also have a really nice, like, you have menswear mainly.
Yes.
But I noticed on your website you have really fun accessories like gardening gloves or caps that say "fuck off, I'm gardening."
True. Yeah.
Which I really liked. And I was wondering, how do you come up with these accessories that complement a collection?
Yeah, that's a good one. When I started the brand, I called it Bram's Fruit, also because I have like fruit trees in the back of my garden, and I have a small orchard. And because I really wanted to make about myself, and also to make it to show people another perspective on nature, to give people another perspective on nature sometimes. I'm not going to say, okay, you should cherish nature, and I'm not like, how do you call it? A real green supporter. I'm a green supporter, but I'm not the guy who's going to tell you.
Professional gardener.
No. I'm not a professional gardener, but I'm also not a professional a Greenpeace addict, or how I don't know how to put it.
Yeah.
But I like to look different towards nature, so I can show people and show myself in a nice way to look differently towards nature, and to maybe form your own opinion about it and to maybe look different towards nature as well.
Yeah.
So back to your question, how I come up with the accessories and like the fuck off from gardening. The fuck off from gardening was by coincidence. I was in the garden, and my neighbor was
bothering you?
bothering, but he was bending over the fence. I think it's called, right?
Yeah. The fence.
The fence. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Yeah.
So he was bending over the fence, and he was just talking to me, and it was a quite decent talk, I think. And after that, I went to the shower, and I was thinking in the shower, okay, why was he bothering me? And I was doing something else, and he was getting me out of my concentration.
Yeah.
But I was thinking on a deeper note that when you work towards a big goal or a big dream, you can get distracted quite easily these days. And also with like everyone's addicted to his phone these days. We talked a little bit about this. It was sort of, the quote was sort of a reminder for myself to keep focused on my own goals. So when I experience that I get distracted, then it's a reminder. So fuck off, I'm gardening is meant as I'm working towards a bigger goal, and I'm building my own gardening and growing my own plants, etc. So as a gentle reminder to just focus on that goal and to not get distracted too often and too much.
Nice. Yeah.
Thanks.
Do you before the podcast we spoke about content and about everyone's addicted to their phone and how you put content out there. Do you feel a certain responsibility maybe because the company is also under your own name to how do I say, like, to bring out content that will spark someone's attention, or how do you feel about bringing content out?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think that's a real good question. I think it's important that you feel good about your own content and the own stuff you put out there. And for me personally, it's always nice when you can or entertain or like give information in your content or like really adding value to the space wherever you're in. That's important for myself. But everyone has own like goals with their content, I think. And everyone's free to do whatever he or she wants. But for me, it's important that I feel really well about like the content and that I'm adding value and like telling the brand story in the right way. Yeah. That's the most important thing for me.
Yeah, well, you're doing it really well.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Do you feel like there's maybe, or do you feel competition from out the Dutch market? Because, I mean, there's quite, I wouldn't say like loads, but there is, like you have D&O and Daily Paper and Filling Pieces, and I feel like they sit really well next to each other and they complement each other. Do you see that as competition, or how do you feel about that?
Really honest, I don't look a lot at those brands, to be honest. Also because I'm trying to create a real universal language. Yeah. And I think those brands, I don't know very well, but they can try as well. I don't know that. But for me, it's that I'm really trying to create my own world, and I don't want to like to flag some brands toward like put them in a streetwear box or something. But I think we are aiming at Bram's Fruit maybe on a like a different kind of customer sometimes. And we have a lot of like interesting brands in the Netherlands, and I'm next to them at some retailers. So competition. The word competition is always like, I don't really see other brands as competition, to be honest. They are on a business on the business side maybe, but in terms of like the message they have towards the world, it's really different. So I don't think no, I cannot see them as real competition or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of retail, because you are in retailers, you just mentioned, I think from the perspective of being a young brand and also choosing who represents your brand. I mean, you sell at obviously different doors and also with Winkelstraat, who we're doing the podcast with.
Yeah.
But how do you decide who fits well with you?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, it really has to match with the brand and with the vision of the store themselves. I have to say, like, the persons and the vision behind a store or a boutique or a platform like this is really important for me.
Yeah.
So there have to be like young people who are really ambitious and they really want to think forward. So it's important for me that they have a vision that is not too how do you call it? It's not too traditional. And then the brand mix obviously is important. What other brands they are they are stocking. That's mainly the thing we are thinking of. Yeah.
What brands do you prefer to sit next to?
That's a good one. Yeah, well, my ambition is quite, I think, quite high. I really want to build a playful fashion house, and we are not there yet, but we are moving towards that.
Yeah.
So I think we started as a playful in between, like mid-high, streetwearish kind of image, streetwearish kind of brand, and I think it's slowly moving towards a more like high-end, sophisticated kind of feeling. And that's also a place where I'm feeling happy and
definitely with what you're wearing today.
I think so. Yeah. And that's how I dress myself since I was quite young, I think. So that's the space I want to be. So like brands I want to sit next to, I'm obviously a big fan of Jacquemus, because he's like the master of branding, in my opinion. So he's like always sharing happiness, which I like. I'm not a big like fan of real dark brands. They do cool stuff as well, but it's not like my way of living. And I like Jacquemus quite a lot because he's like the branding master, and he's like mixing his personal world with like the sickest campaigns you ever saw, and that's a big like influence thing, I think, for the whole market nowadays. So it would be nice when we are sitting next to him, but it's always kind of hard to say which brand you want to sit next to, because like Jacquemus is mainly focusing on women's wear, and like his bags are quite a big thing. So that's also a bit harder, but we want to be a elevated brand in the luxury space.
Nice. You just mentioned earlier that you are also busy with HR and like hiring people. You are obviously the founder of the brand, but how are you involved in the whole process in terms of getting collections out? Like, what's your involvement there?
Yeah, that's 100% involvement, almost everywhere. So, what my ambition is that it's quite a common story, I think. You start a brand and you're on your own, and you have you can have a big vision or a medium big vision or whatever. But my vision was quite big at the beginning, and I think we have many steps to take to get where I want to be. But then you start on your own, and then you do all the things you really like and you're kind of good at, or you have talent or whatever, and then as the brand grows, then all of those operational things and finance and everything comes along.
Production.
Exactly.
Design,
So all those things in the beginning you're doing by yourself, and then you get some help, and the team grows slowly, and then sometimes you have some people who cannot really embrace your vision, or you lose them along the way, and you have some real good people who stay. And so for now it's the challenge to build my team that I can go back to the things I'm really good at, or I really like.
What are they? Sorry to
that's it.
interrupt.
No, that's a good one. And I think I really like to do the branding, to have the design concept at least. At this moment I'm still really involved with like the whole design process. Also a big part of the production process as well. So I'm overseeing it, but I have some good people who are helping me now, and I'm really grateful to have them now.
I can imagine. I actually wanted to highlight some of the campaigns that you've done because obviously I did some research.
Very good.
And I went onto your website and was looking through your collections, and I was actually really impressed by like the originality of the names of your collection. So here I go.
Let's go.
When Life Gives You Lemons.
I think it was the first one, right?
Yes. Yeah. I think I've got it in order.
Okay,
so
that's
the first one, When Life Gives You Lemons. Then the second one was Vitamin D.
Yeah.
Third is The Organic Process. Then we have Forgotten Fruits.
Yeah.
Then, like, seriously, pardon my French, but Je voudrais un kilo de pommes.
Really good. Do you know what it means?
I would like a kilo of apples.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Very good.
I really want to live in Paris someday.
Okay, so. we should practice more. But I'm not your best teacher, to be honest. So,
but I thought it was good. Apple of My Eye, and then correct me if I'm wrong, but the most recent one is The Garden of Time.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that's correct.
I mean, these are it's really original. How do you come up with these names, even though they're combined with fruit and that's your brand? But
it's really interesting because I never, to be really honest, I don't think too much about the names of them. And I think when you name them in an order as you did now, it even to me it sounds kind of like corny, to be honest.
Oh, really?
But so when you name them all after each other, then I think like for me they all have a almost all of them have a kind of a deeper meaning, and I really feel something about all of the collections. So how do I come up? I think they are really they're not that deep, to be honest. And for example, like the Apple of My Eye collection was totally about my father as a starting point. So I really wanted to make something for him, or not for him, but based on his life, etc. And then the collection, at the end, it was totally looking different than maybe my father would look like back in the days. But I had some great inspiration from him and how he looked towards me as well. And I call it the Apple of My Eye because I always felt that I was his apple. I was his apple of his eye. And he's my apple of my eye in a certain kind of way. But I think it's really nice when you have a person in your life that you feel about that way.
Yeah.
So
they're all quite personal then?
They are really personal, to be honest. Yeah. So all of the collections are always really personal, and sometimes I'm explaining some on the Instagram platform, but I'm not always like give the full explanation or something, because sometimes it takes away kind of the magic, what's inside there. But when we talk about it, and there's always a personal feeling about it. Yeah.
Do you find it difficult that the brand has your name in it, your personal name in it?
For me, it makes things really easy because when you have a lot of brands are always talking about a brand DNA and make a brand book, etc. And
it's me.
Yeah. But it's a good thing, and I really like good brand books. I'm a sucker for really
same.
good branding.
Yeah.
But when you are creating a brand, then you have like to decide certain points. Like, is my brand a brand who would portray a guy who is smoking, for example? My brand is not, for example, and I'm not against smoking as an example, but I'm against smoking actually. But it's, you know what I mean. So, but for me, it's when I see things or when I design things, I instantly know what I really like or what not. So I don't have to get into the Bible or the brand book to check if it fits in or something. So for me, it's really easy that I have the name on it, so I can really decide what's I'm the creation of my brand actually. So no, for me it's really helpful, to be honest. And also I sense that if I tell like personal stories or make a collection or a garment really personal, it resonates with a lot of people. And also, if you tell a story about, we were talking before the podcast about like the city life, etc. When I visit a city, and I really enjoy to visit a city and get the dynamics of creative people, etc. But when I'm driving home towards my smaller hometown, I'm really enjoying that as well. So I enjoy to create in that restful environment. And so when I tell stories like that, some people resonate with that and they feel the same, but it's still very personal that it's my feeling. So it doesn't bother me that my name is on there. Actually, I'm in it for the legacy as well.
Run,
the long run. And it feels a nice responsibility for myself, to be honest. Thank you. Yeah.
What has been your favorite collection so far?
Oh, that's a hard question. Every collection has something special. It's kind of a boring answer, but
No.
I think that Apple of My Eye collection was the most the nearest to my heart and the most emotional.
Yeah.
Then when I'm inside of creating the collection, it's not like you're creating the whole time, so you're driving home and then you continuously thinking about a collection, and then in those periods you're listening to specific music, or I'm doing that, or you going to rewatch a movie or cartoons I was watching with my father, etc. And then when you see those cartoons you were watching with your father back in the days, it's really sometimes an emotional thing you experience. And for me that was the most emotional experience in designing a collection.
Because it influences.
Exactly. Yeah.
This season is in collaboration with Winkelstraat.nl, who you also work with. And their brand goal is to help you own it, whatever your it is, which I know that you know about. Have you ever had a moment where you were like, okay, I'm going exactly in the direction I want to go? You feel like you're in charge of what you're working on?
I think to be honest, quite often these days. So I think when I started, I was more searching for my own voice and like what's my real why behind the brand. And like the longer I developed the brand and I was working in and at the brand, I got the feeling that I grew in that that I grew towards that. To be honest. So I'm feeling that we are really on the right track. We are definitely not where we want to be, as I said, but no, we are on the right track. And also my focus is like 100% on the brand and like the development of it. So I cancel all the noise outside of my private life as well. So like my family at home and the brand are the most important things now, and the only things I really focus on. So that makes me feel like I'm really going the right direction. Yeah.
I mean, I recently saw that Doutzen Kroes supermodel was wearing your "Fuck Off, I'm Gardening"
that's
collection
true.
in Vogue.
Exactly.
That's definitely, I would say, a compliment to where you're going.
Yeah. I think as well, and it was quite surprising because I worked with Vogue on another thing before, and I cannot really remember where it was for, but to thank Vogue for that issue, I sent some caps towards their office, and then all of a sudden people were messaging me, "Hey, Doutzen is wearing your cap in the Vogue campaign, etc." So that was really amazing, and
big compliment.
Thank you. Yeah, so people were texting me, and then I was really surprised and really thankful for that. So I sent a message to Vogue to thank them that they gave the cap to Doutzen, but then they sent back that they didn't give the cap to Doutzen, so that was her own outfit. So she bought it herself, and that made me even more proud. And it was a cool feeling.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Thanks.
What does the future hold for your brand?
Hopefully we can grow. We can grow further and also abroad. So I've like the ambition to create that universal language, and I think it can be in a bigger way than it's now. So hopefully to grow the brand abroad. Next year we're going to open a store. So
congratulations!
Thank you very much. So
we've got the intel. I'm gonna make a snippet out of this.
That's really good. Nice. Yeah. So you have the how do you call it? It's the scoop, I think.
Yeah.
So we are going to open our own store in the beginning of next year. We'll be in Amsterdam. So I'm looking forward to that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really amazing note, I feel, to end the conversation on.
Yeah.
I want to thank you. You've been an amazing guest, and I really love what you're doing. And I think you've really got something here that can definitely grow into something bigger. So keep going.
Thank you so much, Charlotte. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.